So, the Feast of Dionysus, coming right up. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Common Sense, Logic, and Reason. And as always, I want to say thank y'all for joining me today. So after the mockery made of the Last Supper during the opening ceremonies at the Olympics was forced to come out and apologize for basically the mockery. And of course, the reason why they did this is because there was a backlash that they weren't expecting. You know, Christians generally turn the other cheek. And this was what they were hoping, but it didn't happen. Christians spoke out against this, and there was a backlash. It forced them to apologize again. It didn't matter to me because I still didn't watch the Olympics, because we see what happens when you try to apologize to leftists. Anyway, the person who the choreographer of that mockery came out and said that this wasn't about the Last Supper. It was about the Feast of Dionysus. And someone actually also posted this on my video that I uploaded about boycotting the Olympics, saying that I'm, ignorant, intolerant, blah, 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 that nonsense, because this wasn't about the Last Supper. It was about the Feast of Dionysus. So I decided, I initially ignored it, but I decided, let me go look it up and see what this Feast of Dionysus is. And now, Dionysus was a Greek god. He was a Greek god of wine. And to the Romans, he was known as Bacchus. And so I looked at the different depictions of this feast to see is there a depiction of men sitting at a table. In the middle of those men, you have an angelic being with a halo over their head, because the halo has always symbolizes angels or angelic beings. I searched and I didn't find anything remotely close to that. Nothing. And I searched through many pictures, to try to find, okay, give me any depiction of this feast that's similar to the Last Supper, and I literally didn't find anything. So that's why after my research, I'm calling again cap on that nonsense. Clearly, this was the Last Supper. Like I say, I mean, you look at all of the nonsense, the mockery, and in the center of that, you have this being, with an overweight female, obese female, with this halo figure over her head, symbolizing angelic beings. None of that is seen in any depiction of any of the feasts. So, like I say, they were lying on that. Now, as far as I'm guessing, the blue figure may have meant something about Dionysus, because I didn't really do a research that deep of any blue figures. But seems to me that adding that means that the choreographer was trying to convolute Christianity with something else. And again, they do that, they convolute a lot of things. But like I said, I'm not buying this nonsense that of the Feast of Dionysus. No, that clearly was the Last Supper. And again, if somebody have any evidence, please, you got this evidence and you say, well, no, you're wrong. Here's the depiction right here of the Feast of Dionysus that looks similar to the Last Supper. Then I'll backtrack on that. But like I say, they're not gonna find anything. That's BS. We know what this was. And again, I don't know if I was born at night, but I wasn't born last night. And I know BS when I hear it. And they're trying to pull one over us. That's one thing that the left always do, and they will lie to push narratives and cover tracks instead of just straight up honesty. So I'm sorry, I'm not buying this nonsense of no feast, no Dionysus. That clearly was them trying to convolute the Last Supper in some way, with all that the drag queen nonsense, and a female in the center of it all with a halo overhead. Not buying it. So, and like I say, unless anybody have any other evidence to prove me wrong, they were making a mockery of the Last Supper. And as always, y'all, until next time.